Hello, hello, Crochet Girlies, and welcome back to whatever the hell this is. So, how are we all doing today? We are back to our regularly scheduled programming of crochet vlogs. For you guys, this video is 2 weeks after when I'm filming it, okay? The last two videos I filmed yesterday and the day before. So what that means basically is that I have plenty of time to work on this video. I have a lot of different things that I would like to do and finish up and work on and all of that fun stuff. So my plan for today is a little all over the place. I don't necessarily have a definitive plan, but I do know there's a couple things that I need to get done today. So, number one is there is a little area over here off screen by the bedroom door. There is a little corner nook area, and I need to get some measurements of that area because what I'm planning on doing is getting a couple like tall cube shelves. Like this, it's like 1 cube wide, but it goes up for like 5 cubes. I hope you know what I'm talking about. So I'm looking at some cube shelves that are this color, this like dark wood. Obviously it's fake wood, but that dark wood color. And my plan is to get 2 of those, hopefully, if they will fit. I don't know. It's a very small area, but I've been talking about putting some shelving over there for a while because currently all of my inventory is in 6 cube baskets, 6 or 7, 6 cube baskets that are all currently on the bottom 2 shelves of my yarn shelves. And it's working okay, but I would really like to have more room for inventory. A big reason why I don't make bigger projects is because if they have to sit for a long time, like while I'm waiting for them to sell, I don't have the space. Currently, everything is just really shoved into these 6 little cube baskets, and they are all down here. I would rather use the bottom 2 shelves for yarn storage and then have an entire area just dedicated to my inventory. That would be really nice for me. It would also keep me a little bit more organized, and I could like label each of the bins so that I know like where everything is, because right now I kind of just go off of memory. Like I know one box has all of my color block beanies, the other one has all of my other beanies, one has bags, one has smaller bags, one has bigger bags. I have a miscellaneous one and my scrunchie box. So basically I have a necessity for more storage space. As much as I would like to add another bookshelf here, I don't have the room. My desk right here takes up a lot of space, and I cannot get rid of this desk. It matches the bookshelf, so like I don't want to get rid of it, but also I don't have enough space here. This wall in front of me is like, I think maybe 30 inches wide. It is a connecting wall. It is not a like full wall. This is not a closed room. There is a large doorway right here, a big open doorway that is like 7 feet wide or whatever. So there's no way I can add any more storage here or anything like that. I could probably maybe mount a couple shelves if I took down my giant calendar here, but I kind of use that calendar a lot, so I don't know. Plus, there is an access door right here for our old AC heating situation, which is no longer in service. That's why I have stuff in front of it. But there is a doorknob that makes it difficult to put in any more shelving here. So unfortunately, that's not an option. And I do really need more storage. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can fit 2 of the cube shelf units next to each other right there. And if I'm correct, I think it will be slim enough to not stick out. I will show you guys that area when I'm measuring it, but that is like my number one thing that I need to do today, because I would really like to get those ordered as soon as possible. I've been talking about it for months and months and months now, and I feel like it is definitely necessary. So that's number 1 on the list today. Also, I would really, really like to continue working on the cardigan that I started in Illinois. Now, for you guys, like I said at the beginning, for you, we are like 2 to 3 weeks out from my trip to Illinois. But for me, it was last week. I got back last Thursday, I think exactly 1 week ago. And that also means that I have not made a lot since starting that cardigan. All I've made since I've been home is the pride beanie that I made in the tutorial. So I am in desperate need of some crochet therapy. And what better way to do that than to work on the cardigan that I have already started. So with that being said, I don't really know what else I'm going to do in this week's video. I have like a few ideas of what I'd like to do, but like my big thing right now is I would like to do some stash busting. There are some new yarns that I would like to order, and like I've been contemplating ordering, especially because Michael's is having a 30% off sale. I think it's 30% off with a coupon code. And I would really like to get my hands on some different yarns. Also, Michaels sells the Big Twist Living that this hat was made out of. And I would really like to get some of the other pride colors so that I have a bunch of different pride hats going into June. And I know it's like literally the 21st today of May. I think my computer is currently off, but I think it's the 21st or the 22nd of May, and June is Pride Month. So like I should probably make an order like today or tomorrow to try and get some of these done. But I have no room for more yarn, and that is kind of like a big problem. So I would like to do some stash busting if possible. Not to mention there's a whole bag of yarn that I brought to Illinois with me that currently does not even have a place on these shelves. So we have some work to do. But in the meantime, I am going to start some laundry, and then we will get into the measuring and figuring out what's going to happen over here. Okay, so this is the corner I was talking about. It looks to you like it's flat here, but there's actually like an alcove. This is about like 14 inches. And I believe this will be the perfect amount of space for 2 bookshelves right next to each other. It should end literally half an inch from the border of the door. Now, it will also mean that my door can only open so much. Well, they're only 12 inches deep, so it may be okay. And honestly, I would rather have that door hit those bookshelves than not have any bookshelves at all. So I think I will probably be ordering 2 of those. My one dilemma is, do I order 5 cube shelves, which would be like here, or do I order like 7 cube shelves, which would be all the way up? I feel like the 7 cube shelves will obviously give me more storage space, but I feel like from a design standpoint, it lining up with the door might be too much. Like, it just looks very angular. And we have one of those houses where it's like a lot of shapes going on, like a lot of different things are happening. So do I want it that angular? And now I could do like a 7 and a 5 and do like 7 in the corner and 5, or the opposite way, and that would create like angles. Plus then I could put like decorations on top. That would look kind of cool. Yeah, I don't really know. I also didn't even look to see if they had a 7 cube storage shelf. The one that I'm looking at is by the same brand that made the desk and my bookshelf, which all match. So I would kind of like to get one of those, but I was only looking at the 5, so I don't know. I don't know, we will see. I'm going to do a little market research and see if there's any coupons or anything like that, and I'm going to see if they have any 7 cube shelves, because I think that would be pretty cool. Also, I don't know how much crochet I'm going to get done today. I completely forgot that I need to get some serious work done in the garden, although it's already really hot outside. We've been like at almost 90 degrees every day the last few days, so it's kind of hot. I probably should have gotten out there and started doing that at like 6 this morning, but now it's almost 8, and it's gonna get hot really, really quick. So I need to do some garden work. I actually need to make some pickles. I have like a million cucumbers right now, and if I don't make pickles, they will more than likely go bad, because I can only eat so many cucumbers, and I love cucumbers, but like I cannot eat a cucumber for every meal. I will die. So I think I need to at least start the pickle making process, and then hopefully I will have time to get some crochet done. I have a few other house things to do. I need to vacuum and I need to take the garbage out, but other than that, I'm pretty clear. So hopefully it doesn't take me too long to do the things that I need to do, but you guys know how that goes. So I will check in with you guys when I finish doing my little chores, my little daily duties, and hopefully I'll be ready to crochet. Okay, little cardigan update. We have successfully finished one side, like the main part of it. I'm still gonna add length to it, but for right now, here is my one side of the cardigan complete. So one side is complete. This is so soft. It makes me want to make one for myself in a different color of the cloud cakes, because this is just, oh, so soft. So we have the one, what the hell? So we have the one side done. I swear that's not a bad stitch. That's like a weird dye thing, but that's fine. Anyway, now that that side is complete, for the most part, I haven't sewn it together or anything, but I'm going to do that last because I hate that part. I have started the second half. Here is how far we are on the second half. Not very far. I think I'm like, what, 10 rows in, or maybe a little more. Basically, that's where we're at on the second half. So we haven't made too much progress off cam, but I'm just enjoying making this right now, and I'm hoping that somebody's going to be interested in purchasing this because I don't wear orange, but I really like it, and I think somebody will thoroughly enjoy this, especially because of how soft it is, but it's also kind of like breezy and flowy and like really cool. Really cool. I hope somebody who has a stronger color palette than me would love this. So fingers crossed for that. Also, if you're wondering why I look literally insane right now, it is because A, I slept in my makeup, and B, I just dyed my hair. So I'm looking like a mess, but it's okay. It is a-okay. So with that being said, what I think I'm gonna do is get something to eat and then take my crochet back over to the couch. I'm currently rewatching CSI Miami, which is like one of my favorite series. I love a good like murder series or supernatural series. So like my top shows are always like Supernatural, Breaking Bad, Criminal Minds, CSI. Like those are my vibes, and I really like them. So I'm currently on season 1, episode 21 of CSI Miami, and there's like, I don't know, like 20 something seasons or something like that. So I am thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm really happy that I have something else to dive into instead of watching Supernatural for the 300th time, even though I love it more than anything. It's my favorite show ever, but sometimes I need to pump the brakes a little. Sometimes I don't need to rewatch back to back to back to back. So anyway, I'm gonna do that, and I will check in with you guys when I am working again. Alrighty guys, so I don't have the energy to turn on my mic right now, so if the sound sounds absolutely horrible, that's why. Also, new nails. Anyway, so here's the deal on the cardigan. I have made quite a bit of progress since my last check-in with you guys. My apologies for not checking in sooner, but I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood to film. But anyway, the cardigan is like, it could be done right now. Like at this point, it could be finished. But I'll probably add some length just for funsies. Let me show you what it looks like on. Uh-oh. Just lost the crochet hook. Okay. Oh. Okay, so like here's the cardigan. Like it's kind of like a 3/4 sleeve almost. It's like, you know, I don't know. I think it looks cute like it is. Like, I don't know. Let me try and turn around without showing you my whole butt. Can we see it? Can we see it? Anyway, I think it's pretty cute. I think probably though, if I want this to sell quicker, I should probably add length to the sleeves and the bottom. Plus, I have this much of one roll left, which I'd like to use up because I don't have another project for this, and I think it was discontinued, so would like to use this up. And then I have this left of the other roll. So I guess I should probably be adding some length to this. I just don't want to because now it's finished, or like sewn up and everything, and the ends are weaved in. The sewing, by the way, guys, took forever. That's my main reason why I hate making cardigans, even though I end up making like 2 every Christmas time. But the sewing just takes so long. So long. Okay. Anyway, I am gonna go ahead and take my hook here and the cardigan and some of this yarn over to the couch, and then I think I'm gonna start on, I think I will start with the smaller ball of yarn and the sleeves, and probably add 3 to 4 rows to each sleeve. Hopefully that will be enough. And then when I add length, I will probably just go until this is gone. I don't know. I just I want to use up all this yarn, and I feel like the longer the cardigan, the more likely someone is to buy it. So fingers crossed, because I don't usually sell wearables very easily. So we shall see. Anywho, my plan for the rest of the day is to kind of relax and hopefully finish this up. I also yesterday started a dress for myself, which it's gonna take a long time to make. I'm doing it with like a 3mm hook and that Loops and Threads Silky Soft, I think. And it's like super thin. I think it's like a weight 3 yarn with a 3mm hook. I'm making the entire boob portion of it with single crochets, so that is going to take me forever, and I may make that just a separate video. That's why I'm not really like showing it in this video. But anyway, I had a very eventful morning. I had literally so much yard work, aka garden work, to catch up on from when we took our trip. I just let the weeds get completely out of control, and the fact that we weren't here for 2 weeks really sped up that process. So there was like a blanket of weeds over my entire garden, and it's not perfect yet, let me tell you that. It is definitely not perfect, but I got the majority of it up. So in the next few days I can just kind of like pick a couple weeds here or there, and it won't be that bad. But that's why I look insane right now, because I've been outside sweating my ass off for hours, and now all I want to do is just get some work done. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back over to the couch with the cardigan, and we are just going to continue working. Okay guys, do I look absolutely chopped right now? Yeah. I don't really care though. I had to take a shower this morning, and I don't feel like getting ready really. I threw a little mascara and lip oil on to feel somewhat presentable, but I don't feel presentable at all. Anyway, is my mic charged? No. Am I going to charge it before continuing with the video? No, I'm not, because I just don't care. So, here's where we're at with the cardigan. While I weave in these last 2 ends, I will just go ahead and kind of tell you guys what I did with the remainder of the yarn. So, I went ahead and I added 3 rows to each sleeve. I theoretically could have added more, but I wanted to make sure I had enough to add length, and I ended up having more than enough. Actually, this is what I have left of the yarn. So I had a decent amount. I probably could have added more, but I wasn't gonna go back and add because then the colors would be in the wrong order. And to some people that literally doesn't matter, but to me it would drive me insane, especially because I'm selling this piece. I would hate to sell something that like isn't up to my standards. So that's kind of the whole deal on that. Also, if you hear like shaking and rattling in this video, it is my dryer. Please ignore that. Sometimes it gets off balance and makes a weird noise. So please excuse the weird background noise. And I officially had the ends weaving in. So, I ended up also adding, I think it was 5 rows to the bottom of the cardigan. I also could have added more there, but I just decided to call it quits at 5 because I don't want this to be like a super long cardigan, and I don't want it to be at like an awkward length. So that's what I ended up going with. I also added a single crochet border all the way around the openings. So all the way around the front opening and along the bottom. I just thought it made it a little more polished. I didn't do a single crochet border around the sleeves though, just because I didn't feel like it was really necessary. But I will show it to you on my body because I'm sure that's what everybody wants to see. So here's the cardigan now. As you can see, there is definitely extra length. The sleeves kind of sit right at your hands, which I think is a good length, especially if you're like doing things with your hands. Or I know you guys and you're going to be crocheting and you don't want to be hooking your cardigan, right? So here's the back. I ended up really, really liking this, and it is so, so soft. I genuinely can't believe how soft this yarn is. Every time I use the cloud cakes, I am just in awe. I love it. So I am going to be getting this semi-packed up, not packed up for shipment, but packed up for my shop. I will have to take pictures, but it has literally rained here every day for the past, I don't know, 2 weeks now. And it looks disgusting outside, so I definitely won't have time to take pictures of it today or tomorrow or really anytime. Like, I can't think of a single day coming up this week where we will have enough sun to get pictures. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll get a break in the rain at some point, but other than that, we are kind of on hold for putting that on my shop. So that's kind of the deal. Let's talk pricing a little bit. Now, like, in a perfect world, I would probably ask like $250 for the cardigan. I don't think there's any chance in hell I'm gonna get that. So what I'm thinking is between $100 and $125. I think that's a good place to start. Obviously I put a lot of time into this, and it's definitely worth more than that, but as I've said in a few videos, you're never going to get your worth out of your crochet work unless you are like a super famous artist. So I will probably be undercutting myself yet again, but that is a-okay in my book because any money is good money. So Yeah, 120 to $100. We'll kind of figure it out. Once I get the pictures and the listing made and all of that fun stuff. So if you're interested, just know that that's kind of like where the price is going to be at. And yeah, so I think with the completion of this cardigan, I am going to leave this video here just because I feel like even though I only made like one thing in this video, I feel like it's a pretty big thing, and it's like my first wearable on my shop in a really long time since I used to make the crop tops that I no longer make. But it's such a big project that I feel like it's worth its own video. So what we're going to do is we are going to leave this video here. So if you like this video and you liked hanging out with me, please consider subscribing. It would mean the absolute world to me. And if you have not already, please like, comment, share with a friend, anything to help me in this crazy YouTube algorithm. And speaking of YouTube algorithm, if you have a mobile device like an iPhone, Android, tablet, what have you, please go down please go down by the comment section and click that little hype button. You can hype 3 times a day, which means that you can hype this video literally 3 times if you liked it enough. And it would really, really help me get my videos out there and reach a broader audience, especially when I'm trying to take you all on my crochet journey. And the more crochet girlies, the better. So if you would be ever so kind, please just hit that hype button. And if you would like to follow me on my socials, my TikTok and my Instagram are linked down below. I will eventually post more on TikTok, and I am kind of falling off the wagon on my Instagram, but I will be back. And lastly, if you would like to purchase any of my finished products, including this cardigan coming up, and my pride beanies or anything of the sort, please check out my Etsy shop, which is always, always, always linked down below. And with that being said, mwah, bye guys.